Namaste to all. In this audio again we are going to see some very interesting and useful question and answers. The answers have been given by my Acharya Swami Ram Sarupji Yogacharya and the questions have been taken from the website vedmandir.com by common public. The first question is, nowadays we use so many forms of greetings like Ram Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Namaste and so on. I would like to know which is the best greeting according to the Vedas. My Acharya answers, the best honor to all is given by saying Namaste as per all the Vedas. Yajurveda Mantras 16 by 22 to 24 says that one should give respect Namahate to elders, etc. The meaning of Namaste is Namaha, that is to respect, and Te means for you, etc. When elder meets younger or younger meets elder, then everybody must try to say Namaste. Also, Namaha means to be Naman, that is to be polite or soft or sweet to others. Namaste word is in Vedas, whereas several words even quoted by you like Jai Sri Ram, etc. are out of Vedas, please. What a beautiful answer. Next question, is there a possibility that a person living now can be sent by God to complete a task? My Acharya answers, no please, it is not possible that Almighty God would send a man to complete a task, etc. because God is Almighty and needs no assistance to do deeds or to control the universe. So this also proves that God never sends any messengers, etc. Next question. We are 6 members in our family and the 7th one is expected. We are happy family, but in every 5th minute some problem take place like clash. We don't understand what is going on. My Acharya answers, the problems are to be faced on the result of our previous life's deeds, please. However, the human life is blessed by God to overcome all the problems and to get salvation. Now it is a problem that mostly the people are not interested to listen or study Vedas knowledge which emanates direct from Almighty God. Vedas are self-proof and the deeds or worship against the Vedas is not acceptable by God being unauthentic. Vedas tell that every person while discharging his moral duties of brahmacharya, that is student life, then family life, then vanaprastha and then sannyas life, must get long happy life at least of 100 years of age, free from all problems, tensions, illness, etc. In the whole life one must only do pious deeds preached in the Vedas and other holy books to overcome the problems. So I would advise you to chant Gayatri Mantra daily and to do Havan daily with Gayatri Mantra. This will surely be beneficial to your entire family. Next question, how to remove karma completely? What are the procedures should I follow to be good to free from all the karmas? My Acharya answers, to destroy all the previous lives, karmas or deeds. Knowledge of Vedas has been blessed by God to the human beings. Those who follow the Vedic path and thus do hard study of Vedas, name jap of God, Havan and Yajna, and hard practice of Ashtanga Yoga philosophy under the guidance of learned Acharya of Vedas, they attain Dharam Samadhi mentioned in the Vedas and Yoga Shastra. In the Samadhi, they realize Almighty God and attain salvation. Salvation means destruction of all the previous life's deeds. What a beautiful answer. Next question. I want to know, is that really I am affected by Kal Sarpa Dosh? Cause I'm losing in my all work, not getting job and unable to do business, lack of money, etc. My all ideas and work fall like sand in the last stage. I'm worried about my future. My Acharya answers, there is no subject of Kala Sarpa Dosha in the Vedas, so learned of Vedas never accept it being unauthentic. Please forget it and do hard work and discharge your moral duties faithfully. To clear the obstacles in life, we have to worship formless Almighty God based on the eternal Vedas philosophy. Next question, I heard that human will get Adi Daivik disease only when he was given enough sorrows to his parents like Mata Pita in the past life. This disease only contains respiratory problems. Is it correct? My Acharya answers, the punishment based on the sins is awarded only by Almighty God, so it cannot be told what type of punishment like Adi Daivik has been awarded based on which type of deeds. There are 3 types of punishments: Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik. Adi Bhautik means sufferings from fever, snake bites, etc. due to illusion. Adi Daivik means the sufferings given by non-alive devatas like earth, air and water, etc. in the shape of earthquakes, cyclones and floods. Adhyatmik means mental worries. Next question, what should we do to overcome the drought situation? I have heard and read that mantra do invite rains. Is it true? My Acharya answers, yes, my daughter, even if 1/10 of the people of India start doing everyday Havan, then water which is seen up in the space in the sky blue color will come down in the shape of rain. But it is a sad matter that most of the present signs are misleading the people not to perform yajna. Next question, I wanted to know that why Almighty God has made short life for noble persons like Swami Dayananda Saraswati, who died at 59 years of age. My Acharya answers, my blessings to you. You see, several persons have got long life, even more than 100 years of age, but they have not been earmarked as noble persons. Whereas in a short life period, several persons, due to their extraordinary efforts and doing pious deeds for the benefit of the human beings, have been called noble persons. So what is the use of that life which is useless for human beings? On the other hand, a short life period spent for the benefit of human beings is rather the best life. Secondly, the present karmas of a culprit sometimes hurts the learned, leaving behind the fact of knowing the high dignitary and pious quality of the learned. For example, Swami Dayananda Saraswati was poisoned by a servant. In every case, the soul being immortal, which fact is very well known by a learned, he never repents on death. What a beautiful answer. Next question, Namaste Swamiji, can you please explain Rig Veda 1 by 164:22 for me? My Acharya answers, as stated in Rig Veda mantra 1 by 164/39, that if a person merely reads or listens the Vedas but does not act on the preach of the Vedas, then merely listening or study of Veda mantras will do nothing for him. So education is required to be adopted in life, then only does a person becomes learned. Now coming to the idea of the Rig Veda mantra, what you have asked 1 by 164/22, it says, creation, nursing, destruction, and again creation of the universe is an eternal and everlasting process. Also, souls take birth based on their previous life's deeds, and at a stipulated time, death is inevitable. Those who do not listen and study the Vedas under the guidance of a learned Acharya and thus do not act on the preach of Vedas, they always indulge in problems, sorrows, etc. And those who follow the Vedic preach, they attain salvation. What a beautiful mantra. Next question, why is Indra still a god despite what he did with Ahalya, the wife of Gautama Rishi? My Acharya answers, Indra, which met Ahalya, is not Almighty God. He was an alive person at that point of time. His name was Indra. Nowadays, there are several people who have their names as Indra. God is always formless and ever away from impurity and never takes birth. Next question, how to become Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, how to become great Vedic scholar, and how to study Vedas in the modern time without a guru. My Acharya answers, to become Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, one should read his autobiography and do all the pious deeds which were done by him, including adopting asceticism and becoming true sannyasi. To become great Vedic scholar, we will have to follow the path of Rishi Dayananda Saraswati as briefed above. As briefed above, Veda study will go in vain without the advice of a learned Acharya or Guru. So you need to search for a Guru who is learned Acharya of Vedas and Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. Next question, there is a belief in my home that if any paternal uncle or auntie passes away, it is not good to perform puja, especially breaking coconuts, aarti offerings, etc. Is it so? What is your thoughts? My Acharya answers, no please, this is all against the Vedas. Do not believe, because God will give award to you on your worship and pious deeds and not on passing uncle or auntie, etc. Next question, is there any mantra which increase our intelligence? My Acharya answers, hard practice of Ashtanga Yoga philosophy, daily Havan, Yajna and name jap of God definitely increases our intelligence. Next question, Sri Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that he is the one who is referred to as Om in the Vedas and that he will come in Kali Yuga as Lord Kalki. So, is Sri Krishna God? My Acharya answers, no please, such statement has not been given in Bhagavad Gita. If you are stating about the shloka 4/7 and 4/8, then its correct Vedic meaning has been written in my book Bhagavad Gita Ek Vedic Rahasya in Hindi, and I would advise you to read the book. The book can be ordered from the website vedmandir.com. And this is my comment. If you read this book, the shloka Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya 4/7 and 4/8, the shloka meaning is beautifully explained by my Acharya with Ved mantras proof that Vedas gives authority to an yogi who has attained samadhi to take rebirth at his own accord. And Based on the Ved Mantra authority only, Sri Krishna says it is by his own wish that he can take a rebirth to establish Dharma, but that does not mean that Sri Krishna was God. I would, if you know Hindi, please do order the book from vedmandir.com and read. That is the only Gita available in the whole world which is authentic. Next question, I am 19 years old. What should I eat to gain weight? My Acharya answers, you should take a lot of proteins including paneer, cheese, soya bean, dals, drink a lot of water, have rice, potatoes and cow milk and ghee butter. Further, you should do light exercise, morning walk and also havan with Gayatri Mantra. Also take 2 bananas daily morning with a glass of milk. Last question for today is killing of animal as a sacrifice to any god or goddess provided for there in the Vedas. My Acharya answers, Atharvaveda Mantra 6 by 140 by 1 states that, O God, may my teeth not consume flesh. Secondly, there is no mention about sacrifice of animals in the Vedas. I have written a book on this topic named Protect the Holy Cow, says Vedas. In the book, I have given proof of several Ved mantras which say to protect, rear the animals, birds, etc. You see, God creates a universe in which all human beings reside. In Vedas, God is also called like our father who nurses us, and then how can a father allow the killing, etc. Due to the lack of knowledge of Vedas, people have been misled by the arrogant. However, I would again advise you to read my book, which is available for free reading in the website vedmandir.com. I hope you enjoyed the answers given by my Acharya and was useful to you. If you like the audio, please spread to other people. Also, in my playlist, there is a Q&A by my Acharya. I have made already 10 English videos and several Tamil videos for answers by my Acharya. You can go through them. It will be very useful for you as well. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.